Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and it is early. My wife is going to get mad at me if I talk too loud, but she may get mad anyway because it's very possible that I'm going to wake some people up. Might wake some people up in the audience with this video, we'll see. But first I want to start you off on coinpaprika.com and show you, I said yesterday I bought Quant. Remember, Quant was down more than anything on my list. And so I bought Quant in at $81 yesterday. It's up 17% today. This is why when I do buy these dips, I tend to buy the crypto that goes down the most. That's typically how I do it. It doesn't always turn out this way, but that's just how I buy them. I'm not looking for the green candle. I'm looking for the red candle when I'm buying. And that is a difference in mentality in 99% of the population. If you can ever learn to conquer your emotions when you're investing, it's a game changer. Okay, 9 largest crypto hacks in 2022. We've got crypto.com. You see all these crypto hacks. I'm just showing you this to remind you that you need to be protected. I'm protected. I've got a VPN myself. This is Pure VPN that you can get 5 years right now of Pure VPN, just $10.95, $149 a month. So I'll put a link to this in the top of the description. Here's the things that I have that everybody should have that buys crypto. A VPN, you got to have an antivirus. A YubiKey I have, that's if you're putting anything on exchanges, you can use one of those YubiKeys. That's institutional grade security. And then of course a Ledger Nano S to keep your crypto on. But some of us, you have to put some on these crypto exchanges just if you're actively buying or selling, that kind of thing. So anyway, so that'll be in the top of the description. But a VPN's, so that's where you can surf anonymously. It's important. Okay, Dark Defender, high all, XRP couldn't stay above 36 cents. Continued the consolidation by gaining track in daily frames. Weekly time frame says XRP is oversold. I like that. That sounds like a thumbnail right there. XRP is oversold. If there's anything I can agree with, that I can agree with. All right. Now, I saw this every once in a while. I like to look through the threads like this, where they're saying, what, just because I like to see what people's temperature is. And the truth is, people's temperature is all over the board as far as what they think XRP could go to. For most of my XRP, I'm around for the big numbers. But this guy did reply, and out of all the things I saw, I just wanted to show you this because this is This is probably the most reasonable reply I saw. This guy's got a plan. He's saying he's out of his XRP 10% at $10, 10% at $100, 10% at $1,000, 20% at $10,000. Now, I'm not saying it's going to get to 10,000, but I'm saying this guy thinks 10,000 and beyond, I guess. And so he's holding out the majority of his for that, but he's got a plan for how he can put some money in his pocket in the earlier stages too. Now that's reasonableness. That's more in line with the way I'm thinking about all this. Now, Cowboy Crypto has put together another clip from John Deaton's Twitter live that he did with Eleanor Terrett and Charles Gasparino. Listen to this clip.
John, Charlie and I learned today that actually Coinbase, when it went public, did not register as an exchange with the SEC. It registered as, what it is, it has a license to be a money transmitter. And they have that license through the SEC. That's what they registered for, not to be a crypto exchange. So they are not officially registered with the SEC to do what they're doing. So the fact that the SEC is now coming after them for potentially selling these securities or not securities, whatever they are, it just goes to show the arbitration where the SEC is not being forthcoming with saying, this is a security, this is the way we want you to act. And this is a company that has a relationship with the SEC. Ripple doesn't have a relationship, or a very good relationship.
The SEC is setting speed traps instead of, listen, this organization or this government agency, they are there to protect investors. They're doing the exact opposite of what they're, think about this for a minute. They intentionally were vague to set a trap for Coinbase. But what that means is all of the investors that invested on Coinbase were not protected because the SEC did not tell them, because they were more interested in setting a trap for Coinbase, they didn't tell those investors what they should or shouldn't do. They didn't tell the investors beforehand, well, we think those are securities, so you shouldn't do it. They didn't tell investors that because they have nothing to do with investor protection now. That's why Congress, if we had one freaking congressman who had a set, who would stand up and just do nothing but start calling for an investigation of Gary Gensler, Jay Clayton, Bill Hinman, and the SEC itself, that would be a game changer just to have that in the media. But we don't have anybody in government anymore that's got any guts. I don't know where the John Waynes went. Long gone are those days in the United States of America. Eleanor Terrett, you remember yesterday there was the tweet going around about how Simpson Thacher had quit the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. Well, she asked them, and she said, as soon as I referenced the Twitter Live, here's the response I received from Simpson Thacher. And it's basically just a canned, BS response about sometimes we reevaluate our memberships and all that, whatever. Okay, now this is a great find right here by XRP Darren, who's a definite follow. You need to give him a follow at Fame21More. Check this out. This is Michael Pewar, former SEC commissioner. Listen to what he says.
And I think some of it is due to the fact that we have this case, the Ripple case, that's sort of winding its way through the court to find out whether or not they're going to continue to apply the Howey test as to whether something is a security or not, or whether there's going to be something else going forward.
Something else going forward. Well, listen to this clip. This is from Real XRP Boy. Congress would have taken too long. This is a clip from my favorite SEC commissioner of all time, Robert Jackson. Listen to what he said. Now, he's talking to Stuart Alderoty in this clip. This is a clip from him and Stuart Alderoty that I found back in the day when I was digging up, when I first started digging up all this stuff on the SEC and what had gone on with ETHgate.
Extremely well put, and just between you, me, and the 70 friends on the phone, let me say that I read Hester's statement. I understand where she's coming from, but you saw that what she really is advancing is a 3-year safe harbor from securities laws for this kind of stuff. Yeah. Stu, man, first of all, it's going nowhere in Congress.
It's going nowhere in Congress. Now, this stuff that I'm showing you right now goes in the All the World's a Stage file, by the way. That is called the red file. And that is a takeoff on an episode of Dallas, the TV show, my favorite show ever. All right, remember this? The day that the lawsuit dropped, this was a Stuart Alderoty tweet. In 2015, the U.S. government concluded XRP was a virtual currency. Last I checked, the SEC is still part of the U.S. government. Here's the plus side. The industry will finally get the clarity it deserves. Goodbye, Howey test. Hello, Ripple test. Makes you think, doesn't it? And then Stuart Alderoty yesterday tweeted this. Great insight from former Representative Todd Tiart in Real Clear Policy. The SEC has manipulated the absence of regulatory clarity of blockchain technology to justify going beyond its authority. Folks, Gary is a toady. That's why he was sent here. It's not a coincidence that he's you-know-who, the woman with last name C that we wouldn't talk about on this channel. It's not a coincidence that he was her hatchet man. It's not a coincidence. In fact, Gary might have much larger fish to fry if you follow politics than the SEC case, if you can imagine that. But that's how much of a you-know-what piece of what this guy is. This guy is a toady hatchet man for the bad guys, period. No question about it. All right, Now, James Phelan put this out yesterday. Breaking: Judge Torres denies the SEC's motion to revoke Amici's status and bar John Deaton from further proceedings. Amici can't participate in expert challenge now, but may file application to brief concerns with SEC's expert at summary judgment. So John Deaton is still in the case. And that means that the way John Deaton drop kicked the SEC yesterday, when he snuck underneath the judge's nose, the criminal conflicts that went on when the SEC told Bill Hinman not to communicate with his law firm, his former law firm, and he did it anyway. The judge now has right under her nose criminal conflicts, okay? And that's because of John Deaton. And John Deaton's still in the game, and so are we. Jeremy Hogan weighed in on it. Once again, an SEC gambit fails. Not only will Deaton likely be allowed to brief the expert witness issue, just not right now, and not be kicked out of the case as the SEC had hoped, but by attacking Deaton personally, the SEC opened the door to the filing of SEC dirty laundry. This is awesome. I mean, this is great stuff. And then John Deaton weighed in. The XRP community needs to continue to appreciate and respect the two judges assigned to this case. Judge Netburn has been neutral and fair to both sides during discovery. Judge Torres' decision is extremely fair and just, even though she technically denied my immediate motion. All right, I'm going to finish this video. I want to show you something. This is one of my sponsors, Masterworks. I want to show you, this is a pretty awesome little clip right here. Watch this.
I've made my living crushing Wall Street brokers, beating them at their own game. There's always a bull market somewhere. You just got to know where to look. Like right behind me. Multi-million-dollar art. That's right. Did you know that art appreciated more than the stock market by 3 times in the last 25 years? Masterworks makes it easier than ever to invest in art. They've already returned more than 30% to investors, not once, not twice, but 3 years in a row. That's
all right, so check it out. I've been buying this. Masterworks is my inflation hedge. It's a minimum $500 investment, and they go out and buy these pieces of art, and then they divide them into $20 shares and make it where the average guy out here can invest in artwork. In these times with all these different markets just tumbling, it's the hedge of hedges, in my opinion. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and families to go check out masterworks.io. Thank